A really exciting day in California for transportation for the people of the state because we just announced a historic grant funding for ports and for great separation projects in the state, all due to the great vision of Governor Gavin Newsom and the support of our great legislature as well. In last year's budget, they put $1.2 billion into the budget for port investments, and then another $350 million into the budget for great separation projects. So we are announcing that money today across the state, projects that will be transformative on our core four. That's what this money is really going to do.
This is not just a great day for California. This is a great day for the entire country, because we know that the ports here in our state power the economy across the country. So first, Mr. Secretary, thank you for your incredible work and the team, but we really need to thank the governor.
You know, it's a huge win-win for so many stakeholders in Ventura County. To get the port to become a green port, a leading green port in the United States, is going to improve things for the communities around the port, decrease the amount of pollution there, the number of jobs that are going to be created, the modernization of the port, making it more competitive. Everything about this is such a win for us in Ventura County.
And what that means is more jobs for our community. What that means is more resources here in Oakland. What that means is more opportunity for us to be what we are, which is the hub and the engine of this fine state here in Oakland.
Think about why ports need money until all of a sudden you realize they do. Mm-hmm. And when stores can't get their goods before Christmas, when goods aren't moving because the ships are, in the harbor waiting to unload, but they can't, all of a sudden you realize you have a problem, and it's a little bit late.
Here in Alameda County, at the Alameda County Transportation Commission, we share the state's vision for an investment in equity, safety, economic development, and climate action. And one of the biggest contributions that has been made today is going to go towards our 7th Street East Grade Separation Project, which is going to create new transfer of a truck movement into the port, one of the largest entrances to the Port of Oakland. But with it, alongside of it, is going to come a huge investment in livability in the community.
So this is an extremely exciting day for the Port of San Diego. This major infrastructure investment by CalSTA in our National City Marine Cargo Terminal is going to be a game changer, not just for our maritime capacity at that terminal, but also for our adjacent community. We're going to be able to reconfigure the terminal, add more park space, change some access streets, so that it's really a win-win-win, a win for the port, a win for the environment, and a win for our communities.
Port of Oakland is the gateway for Northern California and the region, also for the Midwest, for our ag exports and our imports for our industry. So this expansion that will be enabled by the money will help us grow and open up those gateways for more exports and imports.
This investment is phenomenal in both scale and in scope. It draws a through line from the worst impacts of supply chain disruption through to today's announcement and into a future where we are building a 21st century goods movement system that can compete, create jobs, advances our environmental and climate goals, and protects and supports communities.
The pandemic made us look at how we fit together as ports statewide, got state attention on what we do for ports, and really saw San Francisco as a vital part of the infrastructure, the ecosystem of ports.
The train on the peninsula started a long time ago when Lincoln was our president. And so as we work to electrify Caltrain, we have to work to electrify and make the corridor even better. The cities along the corridor, in partnership with Caltrain, this funding is going to make a huge difference in separating the train from cars, bicyclists, and pedestrians, and making it a safer corridor.
And this grant will allow us to expand to where we need to be to help the goods movement and help those truck drivers get home to their families at night and not have to be on the road overnight to get out to the ports.
It's not just that we're investing in infrastructure, we're investing in infrastructure that is going to make people's quality of life a lot better. The residents, the people that work in the industry itself, all of Californians in our broader economy. So this is a huge, huge, huge day.
It's critical for us as our volume could potentially double in the next 5 to 7 years with a new export operation that we have going on with a company called Denmar. So for us, it's the start of a critical path to improve rail efficiency.
We want to thank Governor Newsom for recognizing the importance of the port system and the goods movement system. And also want to thank Secretary Tokso Mishaki for his leadership in getting us to this point.
So our project, we coined it PACE, which is Port Action, Climate, and Environmental Development, and it aligns succinctly with the Secretary's Core 4, Safety, Equity, Climate Action, and Economic Prosperity. And this transformational funding is going to enable us to really bring these goals to life.
We're so appreciative of the Governor's commitment and the Secretary's commitment with the vision not only to invest in California ports, but to do so in a way that also furthers the goal of sustainable development, reducing emissions, and of course our quest for zero emissions.
You know, these funds are going to be truly impactful for our communities here in California. It's not only about today, but also setting up California for the future. You know, we're hoping that these dollars become a catalyst to support us, you know, to get additional federal funding and set California up in the future. Really excited about the opportunities that are before us.
I think on equity, on climate action, on safety, on economic prosperity, all of our core 4, we really nailed it today. So really want to see how these will impact California, and can't wait to see the groundbreaking on these projects.
Want to thank Governor Newsom for his vision, for his leadership in providing $1.2 billion of port and freight infrastructure program dollars to help the ports in Southern California, the ports in Northern California, to just bring clean, sustainable transportation projects that will create jobs, be good for our environment, and enhance safety for everyone using the transportation network. Thank you to the people of California. Thank you to Governor Newsom. Thank you to the California State Legislature.